Hey, welcome everyone. This is Mike from ZoZoStockWatch.com, and this is your Let's Get Ready for the Week Ahead, April 30th through May 4th. It was a volatile week driven by corporate earnings. Stocks closed flat Friday as the tech rally fizzled. The Dow was minus 11, the Nasdaq plus 1 on Friday, and the S&P plus 2. The markets were down fractionally for the week. Let's go and take a look at some of the stocks that reported earnings Thursday after the bell. We had Amazon, Microsoft, Intel, U.S. Steel, Western Digital, Starbucks, and Baidu. Now, this was Thursday after the bell. If you notice here, so Amazon beat on earnings and it was a big pop, and then we got this reversal. Next one up was Microsoft, big move up in the after hours after the earnings, and then reversed on Friday. Intel, same thing, big move up after the hours, and then stock sold off all day pretty much on Friday. U.S. Steel just basically sold off from the get-go. Western Digital also had popped up after their earnings and sold off on Friday. Baidu had popped up in after hours and sold off on Friday. So that was kind of the theme for the Friday sell-off, and as the QQQs came up to the 50 SMA here, we had a high on Friday of 164.41, and that's exactly where the 50 SMA was. We hit that, and then we turned right back down. The lows on Friday were 161.17. So we'll have to watch those two numbers on Monday. Now, we were getting some nice positive news this weekend from out of North Korea and South Korea. The weekend currently, we have Kim Jong-un expressed readiness to have dialogue with Japan. North Korea says will close nuclear test site in May. South Korea, Trump says North Korea meeting could happen in 3 to 4 weeks. So some positive comments out there from North Korea and South Korea as the two leaders met for the first time, North Korea and South Korea. So we'll see if that has an effect on our markets on Monday on the open. The other thing we were watching was the TNX, which got over 3% this week. This is the 10-year bond yield, and that did climb over 10% this week. So that put a scare into the markets as inflation fears came into the market. The other thing that was a market mover event was Caterpillar. On their conference call, they said that the high watermark on their corporate earnings had been met. So I doubt any other CFOs will say that ever again on a earnings conference call. As you can see, the stock reversed and pushed down on that day. That was Tuesday, the 24th of April. The SPY itself, and I'll show you some levels and whatnot. So we had the high on Friday. Now the 10 SMA is 266.95. The high on Friday was 267.34. So we got over that 10 SMA for a little brief test there, but then we closed below it. The low was 265.50. So we closed at 266.50 on the markets there. And that puts us back below the 10 SMA. The 50 SMA is currently at 268.48, and as you can see here, we are below that on the SPY. Just wanted to show. So if you look at the SPY right here, and you can see that we came down. We're kind of in this box right now, this consolidation box. We're holding the 200 SMA. We held it back here. We had the battle here. We moved us up, and right now the bulls are defending this 200 SMA line, but currently we're in this tight range right now on the SPY, below the 50 SMA, but above the 200 SMA. So with that, good news from North Korea, South Korea over the weekend. We'll see how that affects the markets and the futures tonight when they open up, and we'll see what's going to happen with the markets right now. Once again, the high on the SPY on Friday was 267.34, so we'll be watching to see if that level gets taken out. The low was 265.50, so we'll see if the bulls are going to hold that level above. And also the 20 SMA is currently at 264.88. If we go ahead and look at it on a weekly chart, you can see that the SPY has not broken the 50 SMA here, the yellow line, and we are holding right above that right now on the SPY. Another concern that the markets had this week was on the stock of Apple. As you can see here, Apple currently drifting down pretty much all week. Concerns over the iPhone sales, concerns over if they're going to meet earnings expectations for Apple. Now, Apple's earnings, and we'll get more into this later in the video, but Apple earnings are on Tuesday after the bell. So obviously a very close watched stock, and we'll see what those earnings and iPhone sales are going to be. This could greatly affect the market for the week ahead, symbol AAPL. Now, if we go ahead and look at Apple on the weekly chart, you see that we've held around the 50 SMA on the weekly chart. We had a bounce back here, and we are right back there again on the Apple weekly chart, the yellow line. So Tuesday after the bell, Apple earnings will be coming up, very closely watched. You see this range that we're in right now, the highs and the lows here. So this will dictate, I think, a big move in the markets. If the earnings are good, it should push the markets up. If the earnings and if they don't meet those iPhone sales expectations, you could see a sell-off in the market. And like I said, with all those reversals in the SPY, in the Amazon and the earnings, so that's going to be weighing on the market too. But like we said, we do have some positive news out there from North and South Korea. So let's see how that all plays out for the week ahead. Let's go ahead and get into some of the best stocks for the week. And we'll get into also some of the worst stocks for the week. Some of the best stocks for the week, we had Facebook, nice recovery after their earnings, up over 4% for the week. Amazon for the week was up 3% for the week. Mara, a small little name here, up 33% for the week. Tizu had good earnings. That stock moved up 42% for the week. EBIO moved up 31% for the week. GNPX was a big mover. Actually traded this one this week, up over 255% for the week on GNPX. Nice big move there. CHEK, another mover, was actually moving on Friday also, up 123% for the week. AQMS, this stock moved up 29% for the week. ZYME, we had a nice pop in this name, up 34% for the week. ALXN, they got positive top line data on their phase 3. So this stock was up 13% for the week. EVLV, talk that Amazon might be interested in this name, up 36% for the week. EYPT, also up for the week, 32%. LEDS had nice movement during this week, up 42% for the week. CRK, an oil name, up 37% for the week. CMG, after their earnings, their stock moved up 29% for the week on CMG after their earnings beat. DARE, small little biotech here, jumped 39% for the week. AMD had earnings this week. That stock moved up 11% for the week. Under Armour had a nice week, up 11% as an analyst went positive on the name. So Under Armour up 11%. Nike also moving up 5% for the week. One of the home builders that moved up this week was Pulte Homes, PHM. That stock was up 9% for the week. CVS, we got a nice move in CVS, up 7%. ODP, which is Office Depot, they were up 7%. WBA also up 5% for the week. CDNS, this stock climbed 8% for the week. It's in the software area. And PNNN, this stock in the gaming, resorts, casino sector, up 9% for the week. So there's some of your best stocks for the week. Some of your worst stocks for the week, and we'll start off with Charter Communications, who came out with earnings, and they had lost 122,000 customers as on their last report, and they said that there was a lot of cord cutting going on. So Charter Communications dropping 15% for the week there. Another stock that was down quite a bit was Alcoa. By the way, the tariffs for the will be coming out for steel and aluminum on May 1st. So there could be a possible reversal in this name, but Alcoa was down 14% for the week. But watch that May 1st if the tariffs are going to kick in, might turn around Alcoa and U.S. Steel, which was also down 12% for the week after their earnings release. AQ, this stock dropped 29% for the week. Twitter had earnings that passed this week. That stock dropped 9%. Caterpillar, as I showed you earlier in the video, was down 6% this week on that reversal because the CFO made those comments on the earnings conference call. MU dropped 6% for the week. UAL also dropped 5% for the week. TAR, which is in the semiconductor sector, was down 19% for the week on TER. FCX, a copper name, down 21% for the week. MGM, they had earnings this week. Stock dropped down 12%. Letter X, as mentioned, stock down 12%. Triple M, 3M down 10% for the week. SQ also dropped 8% for the week. Trip was down 11%, 10 to 11% this week. SQ reversed this week, down 8%. eBay, after their earnings, down 10% for the week. Netflix also dropped, down 5% for the week. AKRX, a big drop down here, down 26% for the week. MRCY turned and reversed, down 27% for the week. ARCH, Arch Coal, down 21% for the week. 3D Systems, down 11% for the week. KNX came out with earnings. That stock dropped 11% for the week. RKDA, also a big drop down 44% for the week on RKDA. PRTA, their phase 2 trial did not meet endpoints, so this stock dropped 67% for the week. EPZM, enrollments in clinical trials were put on hold. This stock dropped 17% for the week. And then lastly, ACAD, the FDA re-examining the safety of one of their drugs. This stock dropped 18% for the week. So that's some of your worst stocks for the week. So let's go ahead and take a look at some of the earnings that are coming out this week. As you can see, it's going to be a lot of earnings once again, a lot of big companies. McDonald's will be reporting before the open on Monday. AK Steel, AKS symbol there. First Data, FDC symbol here before the open. US Concrete will be reporting before the open on Monday. Then after the close, we have AKMI reporting, Transocean, RIG symbol there, RIG, Nutrisystems reporting. Before the bell on Tuesday, we have Shopify, SHOP, Under Armour reporting before the bell, Grubhub, Pfizer, Seagate, Merck, Lumber Liquidator, symbol LL there. After the close on Tuesday, we have Snap. We have the big earnings release coming from Apple on Tuesday after the bell, will be very closely watched. Guild, GILD, Paycom, Suncor will be reporting after the close. Before the bell on Wednesday, we have Chesapeake, CVS, Wayfair, ADP, Humana. After the close Wednesday, a big day for Tesla and Square, FireEye, FEYE, Fitbit, FIT symbol there. Kraft Heinz will be reporting earnings after the close on Wednesday. Thursday before the bell, Teva, Blue Apron, Cigna, Dow, DuPont. And then after the close on Thursday, things slowed down, I guess, with the companies, but we have some of the smaller companies, Weight Watchers, WTW, GoPro, Pandora, Stamps, STMP symbol there. And then Friday we get Alibaba, and let's see, Cheniere, LNG symbol there. And I think that's about it for the big companies. But the main days here, be watching that Tesla, Square. We have Wednesday after the bell, and then after the close, Tuesday, Apple, Snap. This is going to be really big for Apple, this earnings. So there's some of your earnings coming out, courtesy of Earnings Whisper. For the week ahead, some economic information coming out, courtesy of the Trade Exchange calendar, built for traders by traders. As you can see here, We have some biotech news that will be coming out this week on Monday for NVS, Amgen, SGEN, SIGA, AKAO, PTLA are some of the names that will be reporting their biotech information. As far as Monday, we have at 8:30, we have the personal income and outlays for Monday. We do have the FOMC meeting, which begins on Tuesday, and then we have the announcement at 2 p.m. on Wednesday, the 2nd, for the FOMC meeting. So big day there for Wednesday for macroeconomic news. As far as Friday, we have the employment job numbers coming out at 8:30 on Friday, and then some Fed speak also on Friday. Everything else is pretty straightforward as far as the economic information, but we do have that FOMC meeting announcement on Wednesday the 2nd. And then Friday, the 4th, we have the jobs number coming out this week. So that's it for the let's get ready for the week ahead. You should be more ready for the week ahead than you were before. We'll keep it short and sweet as we're going to have to see how the markets open on Monday. But you do see that we do have a lot of economic information coming up on our plate. We still have a lot of earnings to get through this week. The big earnings in Apple there, the FOMC meeting also on Wednesday. So there's some market movers coming up as the SPY still kind of churns within this range here, holding that 200 SMA. This is Mike from ZoZoStockWatch.com. Have a very good week of trading. There'll be another video out this evening, stocks to watch for a Monday, and have a pleasant rest of your weekend.